take me out of this world. Mama didn't see the truck coming fast, going 95 on the curb. I hit the dash. Come on. They said it looked so bad, nobody could survive that kind of crash. Girl. But to their surprise, we were alive. The Most High had us in His hand. He had a plan. He wasn't finished yet. Our destinies were set. We needed more time. Through the fire and the pain, through everything, through the storm, through the fire and the pain, through everything. Yah is all I'll ever need. He's the proprietor in my life. He alone is in control of everything. I surrender my life to my King. Yah is all I'll ever need. Through the storm, through the fire and the pain. Yah is all I'll ever need. Through the storm, He's my everything. Abba, I'm your instrument of praise. That's why I'll follow you, Abba, always. Yeah, my heart's desire is to be what you've called me to be. No matter where you're at, I will call on you forever. Don't look back. I will never look back. I love you. Through the fire and the pain, through everything, through the storm, through the fire and the pain, through everything. Yah is all I'll ever need. He's the proprietor in my life. He alone is in control of everything. I surrender my life to my King. Yah is all I'll ever need. Through the storm, through the fire and the pain. Yah is all I'll ever need. Through the storm, He's my everything.
Oh, dish soap is on sale. We need it?
Yeah. Oh, I think we need ketchup too.
Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Still spread the message. You hearing this? Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Faith over fear, how we do it over here. Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Sorry but sorry. You know the rules. Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. To my family locked in Green County facilities, South Mississippi DOC. Heard y'all been bumping me. Changed my life, it shed a light. No more fist fights, we getting it right. We came from different sides, but we unite. Let's continue moving, too many mistakes. Got the hood losing, each one can teach one. Put your hood first, we gon' reach some. Let's get it done. No more bullets flying, no more sons dying, no more mamas crying. Let's start trying, ain't no mystery. We all got a history. Speaking truth to my brothers in the cell, keep using me. The testimony of Yahusha going worldwide. Don't matter if you're indoor or outside. About to follow the business, let's slide. It's all love. We killing pride. Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Still spread the message. You hearing it? Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Faith over fear, how we do it over here. Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Sorry for sorry, you know the rules. Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Let's spread love. We ain't lose.
can't forget them brothers and sisters that's behind the walls. Pray you put that Torah in their hearts. Inside of Yahuwah. Pray you wake them up, give them a spark. Just how you did when I was in the dark. Used to pitch for them digits. Now I'm pitching script and just sputtering bread free. Meals on wheels for the shit. Gave to me in the box, got me straight. I was living. Still by the stove, but it's Manny in this kitchen. One y'all, one Basura. We don't do division. 12 tribes, one sound. Reaching all the prisons. All four corners everywhere, coast to coast. Breaking the chains of sin. Choosing a lot of yo. Stepping up out the boat. Walking on them waters. That's them bitter nations. Forever they gon' hate us. If we don't love each other, who else gon' do it? When they step lock in, it's gon' be some big brewing.
Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Still spread the message. You hearing it? Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Faithful and feel how we do it over here. Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Torah and Basura, you know the rules. Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Let's spread love, we can't lose.
Caught us balling out, prime time brought us doomsday. Game time over retired by indictments and ruling. Straight my chain for a number to state. Stashed off my jewelry. They gave me Buck Rogers bar, all white jewelry. Courtroom, break it down like powder, no oil. Base shackle cuffs, too much time for the county to hold me. Solitary confinement, crying out for the holy. Angels throw me a rope, these rogue devils done hum me. Boxed in the bean, y'all, please don't let them toss the key. Commissary on E1 state, food not cool to eat was all Gucci. We could go rockin' Prada and Louis. The 13th Amendment only plotted you and me. Thursday water pipes bust, might not shower till Tuesday. Pressure bust pipes for they, y'all. Who should the king take it from broke, y'all? Who the script pull it and we Jackson's after all praises to y'all. Hey, why? Hey.
Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Still spread the message. You hearing it? Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Faithful and feel how we do it over here. Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Torah and Basura, you know the rules. Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Let's spread love, we can't lose.
Now let's send it over to Sanaz Tavasol with tonight's MVP. Who else but UC Riverside's Brittany Crane?
Thanks, Tim. I'm here with Brittany Crane. Brittany, first and foremost, welcome to the 2,000 Point Club. You're from Riverside. What does this accomplishment mean to get to do in your own hometown? Coach says you might be the best player he's ever coached.
I think it means a lot for the city, for the people. It's good to be a role model for everyone.
Thank you, Sanaz. Great work tonight. Brittany Crane with a game-high 27 points now into elite territory in Big West Conference women's basketball history.
How did I go from not knowing who I was, then to this highly decorated women's basketball player, then this prison?
Affliction, addiction. I know you struggling, but brother, sister, listen. Before you cut me off, please hear it from a witness. Life got turned around when I got on my knees, repented. Coming from a pride story, coming from that vainglory, coming from a rapper who just wanted to see fame. So Lord created man in his own image. In the image of the Lord, he created him. Male and female.
Shalom, shalom. This is Simchah, host of Gimme the Tea with Simchah. Stay tuned.
I am your humble servant. Teach me your ways. Make me to know your joy all of my days.
Shalom, shalom, family. It's Thursday. We made it. So you know what time it is. It's time for Give Me This Tea with Simchah. And of course, I got my ride or die co-host here with me. What up, though? Shalom, sis.
Shalom.
Man, it's been a crazy week, but we made it, right?
Yes, we have.
Hallelujah. Well, guys, we do have one announcement. So let's go ahead and get into it. But it's not going to be a typical announcement. So here we go.
People have been asking, man, what happened to the praise in the park,
Man, that junk was dope.
I know, right? Well, the House of Mono has answered.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
The third annual French Stuff Family Fest.
Play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it.
Oh, we are not playing. Featuring the dynamic duo of Asaph and Leah. Also featuring Yapa Q with her new single, Good Morning.
Good morning. Open my eyes, looking at the clock, gotta get to work now. Good morning. Searching my heart.
Also performing live, Jay Lutch and Lorvin.
Oh my, yeah. You're my Elohim. I'ma give you praise.
Also featuring Zaymar.
I was walking uphill, back into the back door. Early morning to the trap on Harlow. White building.
See, I told y'all we weren't playing, and you already know how we get down. There will be plenty food vendors, bouncy houses for the kids, and plenty water. The location is Post Road Park in Winston, Georgia, on the west side. July 6th from 12 to 8 p.m. It's nowhere else for you to be but at the F3 French Stuff Family Fest. Don't miss it.
Well. I don't know about y'all, but a sister might be in the building. You know, technically since it's outside, I'll just be in the park.
But listen though, why the bouncy houses got to be for the kids?
Citation. All right, y'all. If you're interested in coming to the third annual F3 Fest, make sure you hop on over to 3mgmusic.com and get your tickets. The tickets are only $15, family. Also, you can register to become a vendor or sign up to volunteer to assist in this big event. Go ahead and hop on over to 3MG Music after the show and get your tickets now. All right. So we have an amazing guest today. So let's go ahead and bring her on. Let's bring up Akoti Nabia J. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom. How are you?
We are great. Thank you. And thank you for joining us this evening. Now, we always open the show with one particular question. We ask this to everyone that comes on. So for those who don't know who Nabia J is, who is Nabia J?
Why that question? So, Nabia J is just a humble servant of the Most High Yah, just with a heart to do the will of the Most High. My prayer has always been, Yah, your will in your way. So I'm just an individual who have a purpose, and I want to walk out that purpose, halakha, walk this thing out, walk out Torah, and do what the Most High has called me to do.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Now, how do you dedicate your time? Because you're a wife, you're a morah, you're now doing music. How do you have the time to wear all of these hats?
You know what? I even asked that question. It's a lot. And you have to learn how to try to balance. Sometimes the balance can get out of whack for a moment, and you got to rebalance again. And not on top of that, wearing those different hats. I'm in school as well, and then I'm a grandmother, and so it's just a lot. And you have to really prioritize things in your life. Like, okay, you know what? This particular day, this is going to get done. This particular day, this is going to get done. Because when it all comes to you head on, it becomes a scramble. So I have to really manage, what my day looks like, what my week looks like. Because then again, you have to set things aside and you're preparing for the assembly, ministry, music, and all that kind of stuff. So it takes time to schedule those things out, but it can be done. And guess what? It's being done. Sometimes you just got to exhale in between.
Absolutely. Hallelujah.
I had to do a little screaming in between. But nevertheless, it's gonna get done.
Yeah, I think I'm guilty of the screaming part every now and again. That's fine.
Sometimes you gotta release, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
It's overwhelming at times. So
Don't
you
make that
gotta be
face.
what's wrong, Brittany? What's
Brittany,
wrong?
don't make that face. Citation.
You said every now and again.
You know
Every
what? Citation.
Citation. It's every
I'm not dealing with you today. All right. Now, when did you start singing as a whole?
as a whole. Back in my youth, I remember, someone's got these stories. We was singing out, singing in the pews, so to speak. So with myself, I was raised in church, in Christianity, and began singing at an early age. At that time, my mother wanted to form a group with just my brother and myself. So we would go to different churches, the three of us, and we would be on different programs singing. And as time went on, as I got a little bit older, I started singing with a university choir. Now, mind you, I wasn't a student at the university. However, I was asked to come be a part to sing on the university choir. Like, I'm like on the outside, but y'all invite me in, which was a wonderful experience. I was able to experience going on tour with the university choir and all that. And, and the journey began, the journey continued, and so I was able to meet different people in my lifetime, sing with choirs, live recording, professional artists. So I have a little history. I'm a type of person, you know how you're the type of person you can sing, but then when it's time to get in the background, you get in the background. So
Absolutely.
I was always a lead singer wherever I was at, whether it was what choir I was singing, what group I was singing with. I was always a lead singer. However, I always still sat. I kind of just once I did what I did, I sat in the background, and it was time for me to come up again. Then I presented myself. So I was never one of the person to volunteer to be in the limelight. You know how some
Oh,
people
I
like,
did.
but I just wasn't that way. I sung, did what I needed to do, and I guess what? Sat back in my corner.
I couldn't help it. I like being in the forefront when I was growing up. Don't shake your head at me, Brittany. It's true. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, so singing has just been a part of me. When you start singing in the beginning, it's just like, oh, it's the singing. But as you grow, you begin to see that as ministry. It formulates into ministry. Now you're understanding what the purpose is for you. It's just not just to take a mic and sound wonderful, but
Mhm.
there's got to be a message behind it. There's got to be purpose behind what you're doing. Not to be, in the limelight, not to be popular, not to sing like anybody else. Because
Mhm.
my growing up, I was very self-conscious. Um, I didn't have the greatest confidence at all. But as time went on, I grew and I grew and I grew and I grew. So I'm thankful for the Most High, how He's allowed me to come this far from whence I came. So it's been a lot of growth going on.
Hallelujah. Definitely. Now, with all of your musical background, when did you make the decision that it was time to do this EP?
That's a good question. Let me share this story with you. It's not long. However, I had been trying to do an album, when I was in Christianity in the Black church. I was able to meet certain producers at that time, and I was gearing to be a gospel artist. Like that was my thing, that was my goal.
Mhm.
And for some reason, didn't understand it then. I will get started with a producer, right? I will go into the studio, will start the work, and for some reason things stop immediately. Then I will leave. That relationship would end, and not in a bad way. It just, sometimes relationships just like kind of fickle out. You're trying to figure out, well, what happened? And then I would meet someone else, well-known individual who was a producer that I got connected with. I would start something again, and for some reason, it just would not go through. And I got to a point, and I was saying, like, well, you know what? This ain't gonna happen. Now, the local level, I was asked to come here, go there, come do workshops, come be as a worship and praise leader at someone church and things like that. But I was wanting greater, but it just seemed like it would just fall through. And I got to a point, I was like, well, you know what? I'm not trying to get in it for money anyway. My point was not to get in for money. I just wanted to be a blessing in ministry, singing. That was just my focus. So I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I guess I'm gonna sit this one out, and I'm gonna have to be okay. I'm gonna have to be okay operating in the level that I'm operating in, because people still need to be blessed by the music. And that's what I'm gonna do. So when I was in that arena, it just never came about. And then, of course, crossing over to the Hebraic faith, I still didn't see myself doing music on the level of releasing an EP or anything like that. However, when I crossed over and as time went on, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm feeling this urge. I know that I got something for the people, right? And so that the unction just dropped in my ruach, and I was like, yeah, it's time. I was still nervous though, but I'm like, it's time, because it's the Hebrew community.
Yeah.
It's the Hebrew, you know what I'm saying? It's different when you come out of the Christian community to the on this side. So
Yeah.
I had my little woes, like, because I'm a worshiper. And so oftentimes as a worshiper coming out of Christianity, people look at it differently. It's a different look, right? So when you come into the Hebraic faith, you're trying to figure out how this gonna fit. What does this look like to others? What do they consider worship? What does it look like? What does it sound like? So getting over here, I was like, yep, it's time for me to do it. All was it Zamar say all fear? It said no fear. Excuse me. All faith, no fear. Am I saying that right?
Yes, all faith, no fear.
All faith, no fear, right? And I was saying that, all faith, no fear. Now you don't crossed over, you got a gift that the Most High used you. So his song blessed me, all faith, no fear, because I just had to make sure that I didn't allow fear to stop what the Most High had ordained for me to do.
Hallelujah. Brittany, I'm going to yield the floor to you for your question. Go ahead.
All right, sis. So my first question to you is, you got an opportunity to have your partner Lorvins on the album with you. What was that like?
Let me tell you, they are two wonderful people. I have to be. I'm not trying to pump them up. I'm not trying to put icing on the cake. I'm just being real with you. They are very.
I'm just playing. That's my sister and my big brother. So yes, I agree.
I love them because they're so down to earth. You wouldn't, as much music that Lauren does, as Yapaku, all what they have. If you meet them in person, you would meet totally different people, which you might have thought in your mind. Very down to earth, wonderful. You can laugh and have great conversation with them, and they have a heart for the Most High. They have a heart for the people of the Most High, and they want to produce music that will jug at the heart of the people of the Most High, right? To bring them closer to Yah. Whichever style of music that could come in, that whatever that form looks like, they both have the same agenda. It's about Yah's people. And that's what's wonderful about that. And talking to my sis boy, she's just down to earth. I mean, I don't know what to say about Yapaku. I don't know what to say. Every time I see her, we just started laughing,
Just
cracking up.
giggling. Yes, I agree with you. Because as soon as she see me, she does this horrible nickname that she is really the only one that calls me Sim Sim, and I can't stand it. And she
You can't
knows it.
stand it.
And she do it on purpose. So every time I see her, Sim Sim, like that's her. That's just her bubbly personality that just
It
rolls
is.
off like water. And it's so
Yes.
infectious in a good way.
In a very good way. And Lawrence, I mean, you know, even going down to do some work with him, he know how to feed you. Hallelujah. You know, I had some oxtails that was just wonderful. Um, it was just succulent. Hallelujah. Um, but he just is down to earth as well. He's not hard to talk to at all. So you know, he's definitely a brother, and she's definitely like a sister to me. So yes, great relationship with them.
Absolutely. Now, with you saying that you are a worshiper and listening to the EP, you are definitely a worshiper. How was it to step out of that comfort zone just a little bit to collab with Lorvins and Yapa for Royalty Wake Up?
It was scary. I had to be honest. Let me tell you what my desire was, because I am a worshiper, right? I said, let me just climb out the box a little bit. Let me just peek my head out, you know, because I don't want to just be stuck in just this, like you said, the box, right? I wanted to come out of it. So
Right.
when I spoke to Lawrence, I was like, I want to come into your world. What does your world look like, right? How does
Ooh.
it feel to be in your world? Like, I want you to bring me whatever you can give me, and I add to that. And
Mhm.
so that was my goal. I was like, Lawrence, I want a song that's going to be like an anthem. I said it's got to be something different because I'm a worshiper, so I don't want nothing slow
Right.
or nothing like that. I want something that's going to be like, okay, get the people moving, get the people going, yada yada. So when he sent me over the music, I was like, okay, this is different right here. Okay, like, what I'm gonna do with this. Now, you know, I asked for it, right? Now that I
Mhm.
got it, that's what I'm gonna do with it.
Right.
So when I got it, be honest with you, I love the music. And I was like, okay, Most High, what words am I gonna put with this? I lie not to you. When he sent me that music over, and I listened, I was able to write that probably less than about 45 minutes. I had the words to Royalty.
Wow.
And I was like, I got the words already. Thank you, Most High. Hallelujah. And it just fit right in. So yeah, it's out of the box, but I love it because I want to be able to experience other styles of music. And you know, it just shows that okay, there's another side of me that can do this.
Yeah,
You know, so
absolutely.
it was wonderful working with him. He made it very easy. You know, being in the studio with him, you know, how you do them little hiccups in the studio. You don't have to be doing too much in the studio. He'd be looking like, you know, one thing about I shared this on the when we did the release, right?
Mhm.
One thing about Lawrence, if you're doing too much in the studio, he ain't gonna come out and say, you're doing too much.
No.
He gonna say, you know what, Nabia, let me replay this back to you. I want you to listen to it.
And
That's all
see
he
if
said.
you pick up on it.
If you pick it up.
Yeah.
And then he'll play it, and when he play it back, I'm like, nah, that's too much. Let's go. Next, let's do it again.
I will tell you this. When I first started recording, my mentor, shout out to Akish Malekama, he always told me, and it sticks in my head even now when I'm putting out projects or even just a single. Whoever mixes and masters your project, give them too much, because you'd rather give them too much and they have, you know, things that they can pick and choose from to edit out, rather than not having enough and then you're releasing something that's half, you know, like shell half empty.
Yeah.
So give them too much sometimes.
Yeah.
And then go back and listen to it and see
Right.
if you can catch what that producer can hear as well.
Yeah.
So hallelujah in that. Well, guys,
Yeah.
we're going to take a quick break. Let's listen to Royalty Wake Up featuring my big brother Lorvins and my sister Yapa Q. Stay tuned for more tea to be served, family. We'll be right back.
It's a new sound from my people, just to wake you up. I got nothing but love for my people. There ain't nowhere to go but up. We are royalty. We are royalty. I hear a sound down in the valley. It sounds like bones waking up from sleep and slumber out of the grave. Oh, Yasharel, it's time to praise. Oh, Yah, He loves us so to breathe new life back in these bones. Dry bones live and make some noise. We are your people. We shall come forth. It's a new time for my people, just to wake you up. Nothing but love for my people. There ain't nowhere to go but up. We are royalty. We are royalty. Lay your sinews, bring up this flesh. Cover us, y'all, with the skin of righteousness. There will be noise and a shaking. Our bones will gather as a chosen nation. Come forth for winds and breathe in us. We were slain in Yah we trust. Restoration is here again. Free your people once again. It's a new time for my people, just to wake you up. Nothing but love for my people. There ain't nowhere to go but up. We are royalty. We are royalty.
Hey now, say now, wait now. End days countdown, drop on, shake now. Righteous shake down, wicked take down, royal recrown. This is who they is. Judah, Benjamin, Manasseh, Ephraim, Asher, Gad, Reuben, Issachar, Naphtali, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun.
It's time for my people, just to wake you up. Nothing but love for my people.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We are back with our sis Nabia J. All right. So, how did you come up with the title for the project?
Okay, yes, Yashab, the dwelling place. Often, I go to Psalms 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty, right? Um, However, if you go to, I wanted to pull it up real quick, but if you go to Psalms, I believe it's Psalms 90 and 1. Let me make sure I'll pull it up real quick for you. If you go to Psalms 90 and the first verse, Yahuwah, you have been our dwelling place in all generations. And so Yashab means, which is a Hebrew word for dwelling place. And they're represented by the letters of the Yod, the Shin, and the Beit. And if you break those down, let me just give you just a few words for Yod. It can mean arm, hand, work, deed, or worship. If you break down Shin, it could mean teeth, press, destroy, separate. And if you break down Beit, it means house, family, in. And so when I take those letters and I ask the Most High, how are you speaking to me through this word, Yeshab, and how to break it down with the letters, what I got from it is that worship causes you to press into the house. What is the house? The house is the dwelling place.
Yeah.
It also means to remain, to sit. It means to return. And so being able to be in that dwelling place, worship gives you access. It takes you right on in, right? And so worship is just not what we consider, some may define worship as a slow song, fast song, medium pace song. No, it's about the heart, right? And when we worship, I want to produce music that will take you to a place where you are dwelling in, that you are vulnerable to the Most High Yah. And outside of the noise, outside of what's going on in your life, like outside of what you're currently dealing with, it's knowing how to worship while you're in the midst of whatever you're in the midst of or what could be around you. So using that word yashab was a great fit because it means the dwelling place. This is where I want to be. I
Mhm.
want to be the dwelling place. I want to be where Yah is. Now, not where he was, right? But I want to be where Yah
Right.
is. I want to sit. I want to remain. I want to soak up everything that I can from the Most High. And I want to really be vulnerable and yielded, be that yielded vessel to the Most High. So that's where that came from, that title, Yashab.
Hallelujah. Awesome. And thank you for that breakdown. We got a
Yeah.
question for you in the chat. It kind of goes back to your story and what you shared with us previously. But Akhondo wants to know, were you a lead singer or worship leader in the choir at church?
Okay, so I was all of that. I was a worship leader, always sang in choirs. I was always a lead singer in the choir. And so yes, to answer that question, yes, I was. I was, yeah, I was. So hallelujah. And
Hallelujah,
I was
indeed.
just grateful that people will see the gift in you and to allow you to have that space to do so.
Mhm.
You gotta say something, Brittany.
Go ahead, sis.
Yeah, so I have another question for you. So, being, like you said, you grew up in the Church of Christianity, so have I, and a bunch of us have, and some throughout their whole entire life. So
Yeah.
for, like for me, I was really brought up on like the whole, worshiping the Son. Some people worship the Father and so forth. What about you? Did you worship Father, Son, and how did you come up out of that? And was it difficult for you to to transition from Christianity to coming into the truth?
Great question.
That is a great question. You mentioned about worshiping the Son, worshiping the Father. Okay. Oh, it's so much in it's so much in what you just asked, right? Coming out of Christianity was bittersweet. It was needed, necessary. It was a great adjustment. Because of course we know all that we've known all our lives, right? We've been taught things all of our lives, and and for the most part, we're not to question
Mhm.
what the Most High allows, which is not
Absolutely.
even doesn't make sense to say that. That's not even scriptural. Let's be honest. So,
Mhm.
we're taught not to question things. It's like, that don't even make no sense. And so transitioning over now, worship for me, being in the Christian church, I'm trying to figure how I would define that, whether it's worship the Son, worshiping the Father. I'm just like worshiping the Creator, who, the Most High, who created us in His image, right? And crossing over was a bit scary for me in the beginning because I did not know what to expect. All this truth that I've known now, and to cross over and just to tear everything down, like wow. It's like rebuilding a house, right? Not repairing.
Absolutely.
You can repair a roof, but the foundation's still the same.
Mhm.
You can replace windows, but guess what? The foundation's still the same.
Right.
Coming over from Christianity to the Hebraic faith, you have to tear down the foundation and rebuild. You have
Mm.
to tear the whole foundation down.
Come on now.
You have to rebuild the foundation carefully. So that right there is one of the difficult things, or the things that I have found. I'm not saying it's been difficult. I just know it's been challenging because I'm tearing down things that I've known all my life. How I'm grateful. I told somebody what I know now. I can never go backwards. You cannot get me to turn around from the things that I know now. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. So it's I know when we came into the truth, my husband can witness to this. When we was coming into the truth and learning things and found out that was a lie and this was a lie. I'm angry, I'm upset. You know, we all been through it. You go through those stages of grief, right? You go from being angry, upset, and denial, and why
Yes.
you just all over the place. Then you come to that place of acceptance, right? Wow.
Right.
This is just what it is. And I say this all the time. Truth gonna be truth whether you ignore it or not. Whether you walk out the room, truth still gonna be right there. Whether you go to the other side of the country, guess what? Truth still remains to be truth. It's whether we accept it or not. So I'm grateful to where I am now. The transition was rough in a sense. However, it was needed. And so I'm grateful. It's just that when I crossed over, I wasn't sure what to bring with me. Do I bring my praise with me? Do I bring my worship? Can I lift my hands? Can I wave them? You know, I was going through them changes. Like, I think I need to just be quiet and just keep my legs crossed and just be like, I'm worshiping. Y'all just don't know it, but I'm worshiping. So that was the part for me that, because I know, you know, we are different in the Hebraic community. And so, but I could not bury what was inside of me to conform in such a way of just kind of, it will stifle me. And so I asked the Most High with the all faith, no fear. I'm trying to tell you that song brought me through because I'm just like, how I'm gonna do this, y'all? Because this is who I am. This is the fabric of me. This is what I do. I worship. Why? I lay before you. I want to be in your presence. And I want people to experience the same thing who have not experienced it as of yet. Hallelujah.
Okay.
I hope I
Hallelujah.
answered your question. Let me know if I didn't or not, but I hope I did.
Brittany come off mute. She talking to you.
My bad. No, you no, you answered my question. No, that was really good. Yeah, no, because I went through all those stages: angry, delusional, not wanting to listen, even though I seen the sign. I'm like, I don't see that, you know. And then coming over, and then the more I understand, it's more like, all right, y'all come over here, get out of my way. If it ain't got nothing to do with it, don't come my way now. Now, Heisman, get away from me.
Yes, hallelujah. And guess what? We were created to worship, right? We were created for this. So we have to be careful that we're attaching because I lift my hands to church. No. Don't attach it to that.
Right.
I'm attaching this to worshiping the Creator, right? And so I really had to kind of push through trying to make sure, I want this to reflect the Most High. Yeah, I didn't want worship to reflect the Black church. I want worship to reflect the Most High. Yeah, I didn't want worship to reflect Christianity. No, I want to exalt the name that we know now. I want to exalt the name of Yahuwah.
Right.
Hallelujah. And so that's where I'm at with that. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Now, one of my favorites from this EP is Without You. And of course, it features my family, ASAP and Leah. How was that experience writing that song, recording it, because I already know ASAP is a monster producer. So he's up there with Lorvins. So I know that there was talk and getting through that particular song. So how was that process?
Let me tell you, working with Asaph and Leah, it's been such a blessing. He knows you can give him something and it's like, okay, ASAP, I want this to be this way, A, B, C, D. He knows how to take what you have and to interpret it the way you want it. So the song Without You, I wrote that years ago. Had been wanting to record the song. And wanted to, when I crossed over, I'm like, okay, yeah, this song is still with me. This, because I still can't make it without you. I couldn't make it without you then. I can't make it without you now.
Right.
So that's one song I wanted to keep. You know, there's some songs you just got to really throw in the trash and start all over again. Okay.
Absolutely.
But this particular song, it stayed with me, and I just need to just change a couple of things. But I said I wanted to sound like this. So I told ASAP, I said, listen, with this song Without You, give me a little jazz to it. Give me a little
yes.
Give me a little something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, and all I did was with ASAP, I sung the melody. I sung how I wanted it to sound like. I sung how I wanted the background to sound, all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I gave it to him. All I had to do was just wait till he was done cooking. Wait till he was done putting them vegetables together and putting
Come on now.
Seasoning. You know, you gotta let that thing marinate, right?
You gotta let it marinate.
Right. So when I gave it to him, and then when he sent it back to me, I was like, yes, I like the jazziness. I like the I like the certain sound you give me with this. This is what I wanted. It's rare that when he did something for me, I was like, can we do that all over again? Can you scratch that out? Like,
right.
No. For the most part, when he sent something back, I'm like, I might have said, ASAP, that right there, we might not need that a little bit, right? So, or something. It was minute though, right?
Right.
He delivered. I put in my order, y'all. You know, you put in your order, they mess up your order. And you got some stuff that's missing, like, God darn it. Order, hallelujah. And he delivered.
Yes, and it was an amazing opener to the project. So let's go ahead and get into it. Without You, featuring the family, ASAP and Leah. Stay tuned for the last little bit of tea to be served, family. We'll be right back.
Hallelujah.
Sherelle here, introducing the song presenting to all my Coachy, my sister Siobhan. Hallelujah. How many know we can't do this thing without Yahuwah? Say,
there's something inside of me that tells me I can win. It's true, I conquer the death that abides deep within. Oh, what joy it gave to me in the midst of the storm. I keep hearing your voice saying, my child, hold on. What would I do? Oh yeah, what would I do without you? Yeah. Oh yeah, what would I do? Oh yeah, what would I do? Oh yeah, what would I do without you? My faith looks up to thee, supplier of my needs. You are the great I am. Oh yeah, I trust your plan. I'll forever praise your name. With my heart I give you thanks. It's your love I can never repay. Oh yeah, what would I do? Oh yeah, what would I do? What would I do? Oh yeah, what would I do without you? Oh yeah, what would I do? What would I do? What would I do? Oh yeah, what would I do? What would I do without you? I can't make it without you. I can't take the shame without you. I can't bear the pain without you. I can't live without you. I can't make it without you. I can't take the shame without you. I can't bear the pain without you. I can't live without you. I can't make it without you. I can't take the shame without you.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We are back. That was Without You. Oof. Tell you, I was over here doing my little two-step in my seat. I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead, sis. I yield the floor.
All right, so I have two more questions for you. So one of them is first, I try to figure out what in order I wanted to do it. What can we expect next from you?
What can you expect? More music, more worship. I am excited about doing more music, looking to do an album. So that's in the process. That's in the making, which I'm so grateful for. Let me just give this to you real quick. So I was telling ASAP this, and I said, you know what? I'm a live singer, right? I said I don't like doing studio singing, right? Because studio singing is so more.
Yeah.
And so I've always been a live singer. I think you get a greater, for me, I think you get a greater experience from worship for me when it's live.
Mhm.
But I am grateful that even in this learning experience, being in the studio, even though I've been in the studio to redo some stuff when I've done live recordings with choir or something, you have to kind of go in and redo some stuff. But to actually do an EP all in the studio was just like, wow, it was different for me. And it was definitely a learning experience because again, I'm just a live singer at heart. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be able to share more music with the people, that we enter into worship even the more. May give you a little urban sound too. I'm not. I want to do a little here, a little there, a little here, and a little there. But I will stick with my foundation of worship. I'm sticking with the foundation of worship. However, I want to be able to share other things about me within the music that I can express through music. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. So you've had Lawrence, ASAP, and all them, and your pa. Is there an artist you're just beginning. So what other artists would you want to work with?
Ooh.
Oh, so I got a couple of folk I want to
I'm
collab
gonna add
with.
to that. I'm gonna add to that.
What?
Top 5 Ocotes, top 5 ox that you would like to work with. There we go. Yeah, 10. That's what I said.
Oh, sis, I don't know if I'm better give you 10 because you know what? I'm still learning some of the artists out here. Really, I'm still learning a lot of the Hebrew artists, to be honest with you. And so I'm trying to open my ear more to to more music and different artists that are out there. Kind of off the top of my head, I know you ain't getting 10. You're not gonna get 10 tonight.
Okay, how
Because
about 6?
okay.
3 or 3.
Hopefully you can get that out of me too. But
Hallelujah.
but I'm looking. Zamaria is one
Absolutely.
individual. And guess I've already reached out to him. I'm like, can we do some collaboration? So I love his style of worship. He's a worshiper.
And he's so
And
humble. He's
oh my
so
goodness.
humble.
When I hear his music, it's just like, oh my gosh, I just love this worship. Of course, my brother, Zamari Yasharel. I've already talked to him. Like, bro, we got to
Yes.
go in and do so. He got a whole different style going on, right?
Mhm.
I'm definitely doing something with ASAP and Leah. Hallelujah. Not just only just him producing, but no,
Yeah.
we're doing some things together. Um Also Brit Ya. I really like her. I love
Yes.
the music.
Uh-uh.
I really do.
She is
There's so many,
amazing.
I'm listening and I'm just like, wow, this is just really a unique sound. It's a place how did I it feels like she's in the dwelling place. She's in this place
Mhm.
and she wants you to experience this place that she's in, right?
Absolutely.
So definitely her. I'm just trying to think. You got me on the spot. Calling out names, of course, and I'm still trying to get some of these artists' names that I can think of. Sis, it's gonna come back to me more. I'm gonna have to put in the chat more people, but I'm trying to think off the top of my head that
You're doing great.
I want to do this, want to do this, want to do this, want to do that, yeah. I'm gonna stop right there because I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth.
Okay, look, fair enough. 4 out of 6. That's not bad. And the 4 you named, yes, amazing. Hallelujah. Well, we can't wait to see those come to fruition. And we got one final question for you. This is the question that we close the show out with every week since we started season 2. So here we go. If you had 10 minutes with the Most High, what would you ask?
Ooh. Wow. Wow, that's a good question. Good gracious. It's so many things I could ask. You say one thing or just a few things? I could be
No, you got 10 minutes. So
I got
however
10
many
minutes.
questions you could get out.
One would be why me? Because sometimes I feel like I'm inadequate, right? I'm feeling like, do I really have what I'm supposed to have to give to you, y'all, and to give to the people? Am I adequate enough? Am I equipped enough to give what the people need, first of all? And the next thing I will ask the Most High is, what's the next level? Y'all, what is the next level that you have for me? What is the next assignment that you would have for me to do? What is that? What does that look like? Hallelujah. And so, wow, what other question I'll ask the Most High? Why you love me, y'all? Why you look down on this little black girl from the hood, from the west side? This all these the things I lacked as a young black woman, self-esteem and things growing up in my childhood, going into my young adulthood, and things I would want to say, y'all, you really love me, don't you? You really love me. Like, wow. Those are the things, that I feel like I would ask y'all, you really love me? And for y'all to answer back, yes, daughter, I really do love you. So those are the things, a few things in my mind right now that I would say I would present to the Most High.
Hallelujah. Well, guys, it's that time. We don't want it to end, but it's time for us to cut it short. Sis, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on to the Tea segment and share your story, share your music. Now, for those that are interested in knowing when Sis is dropping this new music, make sure you're following her on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Go follow her pages now. Take a screenshot and go and follow these pages once the show is over, okay? Now, if you want to be featured on this platform, make sure you send your information to me on Facebook Messenger. I'll send you the interest form. You can book your date now. Lastly, if you wish, make a love offering or donation, send it to my Cash App or go to the website, simchah.yahoo.com, and click on the donate button. Make sure you guys tune in next Thursday. We got my Ak coming back a second time around. We got Ak Hondo coming back into the building so we can discuss his new project that he just dropped, Epistle of Hillside. Guys, we love you. We appreciate y'all's time. Abba willing, we'll see you next Thursday. Until then, shalom, shalom. We're going to close out with 320, Blessed Like That. Love you, family.
Yeah.
Just because I'm blessed like that. 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 Just because I'm blessed like that. 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 I'm blessed like that.
Ah,